What was the biggest challenge from season 1 to season 2? How did things shift as far as telling the story and bringing it to life?
I'd say the biggest difference was just, we really had to do a lot of setting up in season 1 and, kind of getting the story rolling and establishing this universe. In season 2, we got to play around in it a little more. We'd set up everything, you know who the bad guys are, you know who the good guys are, you know what's at stake, and now we can kind of just play around.
Yeah, I mean, it's evolving the characters now versus introducing them to the world, which is, it's a different dynamic, but I think Lauren made the point earlier on in the night, or day.
Day-ish.
That for us, it really is just sort of a big story, one big long story arc, so we don't necessarily see it as like going into a second season or going into, any other season.
I guess, the point being that we didn't like wrap season 1 and then like break and like, all right, go into season 2.
This will be the theme for season 2.
Yeah, like a constantly moving machine.
Yeah.
And speaking of themes, how would you say those have shifted, as the show's been progressing? How have those been shifting?
I think just, as the show evolves, the stakes evolve, you sort of learn more about, the backstory of some of these characters and the backstory of sort of the overall situation. And I think that just elevates the stakes in the overall story. I think our characters are, they're through like the learning phase, and now they're getting better at being paladins.
Yeah, and as the story progresses, like certain characters come more to the forefront and certain characters take a step back. And it's just, as the story goes, you kind of just hit those parts where one character might be more important to that. I think Lotor might be.
I think Lotor might be in it.
Lotron.
Yeah. Lotor, not Lotron.
Okay.
He might pilot Lotron.
Okay.
Because that was sort of teased
a little bit
in
Yeah,
season 2.
Prince Lotor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a safe bet. That is a safe bet.
Or we might be jerks and we just said it.
Yeah.
Throwaway lines.
Summon Prince Lotor who does not exist.
He's busy, he's not coming.
Yeah.
Were you fans of the original anime? And okay, so taking that, how much do you feel you had to stay true to what was presented within the original anime versus like modernizing?
Yeah.
Well, I think as fans of the original, we watched it when we were really young. We didn't remember a ton of the specifics, but we knew that what we did remember was the important stuff to nail down. And so that was really kind of what we had to do. We just kind of follow our gut. It wasn't really about sticking to like specifics. It was about sticking to like the overall theme. Like we've got these 5 pilots that work together to form this pilot 5 lines, form a big dude, and ultimately save the universe. And so we were fans of the Go Lion version, the 5 lines version more so than the vehicle Voltron.
Right.
And so to us, like going back to those characters that we loved, playing like in the realm of that, like even though in our version Pidge is a girl, still very much the same, serves the same purpose, has not like a huge difference there. And so it's just
I think
following that.
The key was for us to just follow our guts as like fans of the original. So there was stuff that we definitely felt comfortable leaving out. There was some stuff that we knew had to stay in. I think from a visual standpoint, you had to immediately be able to recognize who was who, and that Voltron was the same Voltron that you remember growing up. But beyond that, it's just it's a big gut check.
Yeah. Did you ever want to do the vehicle one at all?
We've made some controversial statements in the past. We'll reiterate them again. We weren't giant fans of the vehicle Voltron. There was a lot of characters to kind of keep track of. It was a bit tough. For me, just purely on an aesthetic level, he had a giant cone head. That's a massive problem. He wasn't a cool lion dude, But nothing is. We wouldn't rule anything out. And I think there would be a really cool way to do vehicle Voltron. And I know he has he, she, it. This big, giant, massive robot. It has a massive fan following. So we would only want to honor that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think Zarkon, having been the original Black Paladin, just kind of focusing so much on that line and regaining that power, it kind of he wasn't able to focus on the larger battle at hand, and I think it just kind of gave him tunnel vision, which allowed people to come in from the sides and kind of.
Hagar called him on it too. She was like, "Dude, you're acting weird. This is getting a little squirrely now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he even had a cool new toy, and it's like he was so obsessed with the black line. He could even
Yeah.
it was like, he had this cool new
Appreciate
toy.
what you have, man.
Yeah.
The cool shield and everything. That was awesome.
I think this is subtle, but the idea behind that is that was like him trying to force the Voltron situation.
True.
And that suit was not, I think in my mind, had he continued on with that suit, it would have consumed him, and it wasn't Voltron, so
Yeah.
it would have done him damage.
Yeah, Voltron is a very unique thing, and it's not something that's easily recreated.
Right.
And I think Zarkon had probably tried a number of times to do that, and ultimately failing every time. And even his Zarkon suit, still not Voltron.
Still not Voltron.
He still wants that black line. I will say that in my childhood, there was a lot of that. Like the guy wants to kidnap the girl and force her to marry him, and I feel like that is a thing that needs to stay kind of in the past. So if we were to go down a road like that, we would probably choose a very different way to do it. But ultimately, what we do with Lotor remains to be seen.
Plus, Laura would just like punch him in the face.
Yeah,
You're like, get
yeah.
away from me.
Yeah, we do have like a very different Allura
Yeah.
too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Allura and Hagar dynamic, it was revealed that Hagar was altered. So is that going to be explored a little bit more into season 3?
Possibility.
Is
I
it
think
like
we
round 2 and
don't
round
dangle a
3?
carrot like that
Would have
without.
brought it up if we were just like,
Yeah.
and it doesn't mean anything. Like,
But how and when we deal with it, that's all yet to be determined.
Now I was just curious, who did Weird Al actually voice? He did voice a character, right? It was
did.
it was a random character in
was
season 2, right?
Lum Thump, who was in the Mermaid episode.
Okay.
He was the guy who was doing all the crazy
like the
drawings. And,
mastermind.
he had the conspiracy theories. He had the jellyfish on his
Nice,
head.
nice.
And he was just such a genuinely kind and nice guy, Weird Al. He was incredible.
Yeah.
It was just, it was a little bucket list thing of ours, like Weird Al.
I saw he was at San Diego, and I was like, who did he voice? Because even when you didn't really hear him per se, because he had that weird voice.
He had the bubble over his
Yeah, so you're like, who the heck is that?
Yeah, he was doing kind of like a goofy voice, and then we also did a little bit of filtering in the mix just to make it sound underwater. But that's half the fun. Is just having the people come in, and then they're just such part of the show that doesn't stand
You don't
out
even
to
know,
you.
yeah. For us, we had a weird one too, where we had hired Vince Shalomi, is a ShamWow guy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with ShamWow, but he was like the knife salesman in the Space Mall. And so we were like, we were just obsessed with the ShamWow guy. So we were like, can we get the ShamWow guy? That'd be awesome.
And we also had Paul Rubens as the other Unaloo shopkeeper that
right.
Karen had the haggle battle with.
That's Pee Wee Herman.
Pee-wee Herman.
Now,
Yeah.
on that note, is there anyone else you either really want to or are thinking of trying to
many.
get down the pike in the
A
near
million.
future of getting on the show? Is there anyone else you've talked to or tried to?
We've talked to people.
I keep trying to get them to go for the Liam Neeson or the Sean Bean, but they won't do it. And they're like, oh, they're too famous. They won't go play. So.
It's funny, Sean Bean, I think, used to voice Leonardo, actually, so you could always use that. Yeah, for a while he did.
Wow.
Use that as your in.
Yeah, one time I think he did, yeah.
All right.
Ta-da!
Is he gonna make it through the episode if he?
No.
I don't know.
Instant death.
Or he's immortal.
Yeah.
I think I caught Paul Rubens, but again, it was only like a little tidbit there if he was there.
And he just did such a fun job of it. Like he didn't go in with his normal voice. He just put on.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing. And him, it was like a weird dream playing out where it's like Rhys Darby, who plays Karan, who's hilarious,
Yeah, he
and then
is.
Paul Rubens like haggling and having this crazy. I mean, it's just like
Top each other.
yeah, it's incredible.
So when you get guests like that, do you kind of tweak the lines so that they're towards them, so that they're
I
more?
don't think he necessarily wrote for.
I think we just kind of tell them to, just whatever they want to bring to it,
Yeah.
they can bring to it. And so a lot of times they'll start out just kind of following the script, and then they'll warm up, and then if they want to ad-lib, they'll ad-lib. And we do get some ad-libs. Tyler ad-libs all the time.
Tyler's insane with the
Lewis
ad-libs.
ad-libs all the time.
Yeah.
But, it's something that we just really want them to kind of just make it their own a little bit.
Then what you guys
Something
should-
that I think working on Avatar and stuff, like those characters emoted so much because I think that actors were allowed to bring themselves to those characters. So that's I think it's a big part of making a cartoon that I think resonates a little deeper than just like your standard action adventure fare where it's like, we're hero guys and we're gonna go do the hero thing.
Yeah, this season is tougher. Like I knew, like the Haunted Castle was my favorite of the first season. I want to say it may be the Tangier episode, just because like it was one of those things where it's such a simple little thing, but you get like these moments with Keith and Allura that are very personal, and then you get this really incredible like teamwork action going on Tangier, and you get the voice of Winnie the Pooh as Baojal. So and just like and then the artistry that Mir brought to it and the animation.
That episode in particular, like the animation, all the effects of like the acid lava and stuff, it just looked. I like the Space Mall, just because I think it was just such a left turn, and it was like just a nostalgia trip for us.
It was funny where Bex Tyler Claus's character goes, "Hey, cool, it's a little gaming system."
Yeah, totally. Can they get a Nintendo? Can they get like an old school Sega or a Nintendo or something? Yeah. So at first I think it was called like a
Super Famicom.
No, it was called like a Super Mamicom or something like that. Super Samicom, and then our legal department was like, that sounds like too much like a Super Famicom. You can't do it.
Yeah, we went through a few names before. It was like the Mercury Game Flux 5 is what it is.
Can we go back to the mall?
I think we can many times. Yeah, I would go back all the time.
A new mall story.
Yeah,
they went back to the Rock Planet like twice, right? I think they're one season, second season.
Yeah,
so.
I think anything's possible. Yeah, we love the mall.
Yeah, they just abandoned Voltron and then they go get jobs at the mall.
Yeah,
I would watch that.